Nearly everybody has them. In normal amounts, you don't even know that they're there. So there's no need to freak out about having mites. They are a normal part of our skin's ecosystem. But in some people, the populations get out of control and can cause lots of symptoms on skin and hair. Things like rosacea, pimples, hair loss, dandruff, itching, and those kind of symptoms people often do notice and may go to their doctor, dermatologist, skin specialist, looking for answers and not necessarily finding them in regards to mites or their problems. So a lot of people experience being prescribed treatments to treat the symptoms of mites, so treating acne or treating rosacea. But if mites are at the root of that issue, it's like a band-aid for a bullet wound. We haven't got to the root of it. So that's what Ungex do. We specifically target Demodex mites in a natural-based herbal way. So we obviously provide Australian-made products to do this on several different fronts, as well as the right protocol, because these mites do spend the majority of their lives under our hair follicles and in our oil glands. They're really challenging to treat just because the majority of their populations are under the surface and out of reach. So the right method of treatment is fundamental in getting on top of these parasites, and that's what Ungex provides, as well as lifestyle changes, tips and tricks, support throughout the process. So that's a really short little introduction about what we do. Today we're going to share a bit more introduction about Demodex. We've invited clients and people who are interested in treating Demodex, but also anybody else in the audience who I see some familiar faces are experiencing these problems or have any questions. Please feel free to put your hand up and chat. We would love to talk. Otherwise, sit back, relax on my radio, which is basically what this room is. Syed, how are we going? Can I pass it back to you, Captain?
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you very much. All right, first of all, I want to say special hi and welcome to all the lovely people here. Emma, she's amazing. She's one of the best Demodex care consultant in the world, number one. She's also in headquarter Ungex Australia. Alex, that she's fabulous. She's my angel and my real business partner here in headquarter Australia. And I can see my other colleagues, Atiye, Mahsa, Navid, Sepide, they are in web development team. And also lovely people here, Ellie, Dr. Samin, Sam also is here. And I can see some people in the clubhouse, Mojde, Sunny, Arlene, and a few more people that are joining us. All right, let me first say something. Maybe it's good to know. I said before that this time, this live is going to be played at the same time on 13 platforms simultaneously. So I asked Alex that she left the link of the Facebook. You can click on the link on the top of that and you can see me right now. And also at the same time, you can also go to our YouTube. I'm right now live on 13 platforms and I'm shaking hands and waving for the lovely people on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. So this is the first time we are practicing to be live on 13 platforms simultaneously. So I want just Emma and Alex and the team, just flash your mic if you can see me on other platforms. I could see Emma send some message. Yes. All right. Beautiful. So maybe time to time, Alex, you can change the link of the here. I mean, on the top of my picture, you can change it to Instagram, which is ungex.australia, or the YouTube, you can change it, or Facebook that you put it before. So in this way, we are just practicing to be live on 13 platforms simultaneously. Besides, if you are on Instagram and you want to speak, you can also send a request and I will confirm it. So this is the first time. I'm not sure if someone else has done such a thing before or not, but this was just my own brainstorm to go live on all the platforms that we could. Even a few of the platforms I don't know them well, but my team, they did the integration, and together we are right now live on lots of platforms. All right, thank you so much, Alex, for introductory. Before I start introducing Ungex and talking about Demodex, if any of the lovely moderators on the stage, they want to speak or they have a question regarding the topic, more than welcome to flash your mic, introduce yourself, and ask your question. All right, Ellie, Dr. Samin, and the other. Yes, Ellie, thank you for being here. If you want to speak, mic is yours. Go ahead, please.
Good morning from London.
Wow, from London. Just sorry for interruption. I want to play your bio. I mean, I display your bio on 13 platforms. It means if you agree, is it okay? I want to, I mean that when you start speaking, the people can listen to you on 13 different platforms, including YouTube. And I also display your bio on that. Is it okay for you?
Perfect. Thank you.
Very well. Okay, mic is yours. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone, for having me here, and thanks to all the audience who are participating here. So, my question regarding this topic is actually, let me give a quick introduction about myself. My name is Elizabeth. I'm a content creator, and I also have a social media agency where we help brands to create more visibility and also manage their social media platform for them. And I also have a platform on Clubhouse where we talk about multicultural relationship, how we can help people to make sure their relationship goes well. And yeah, if you look at my bio, you'll see a couple of things that I do. Now, let's dive into this question about beautiful skin. Skin is so powerful. I love, like, skin is one of my favorite things to look after, and I will forever cherish it. So I am quite pleased for seeing this very topic. The reason is I have a family quite very close to me. The person has got, what's it called, like a very sensitive skin. Actually, I think is was through the gene. They tend to have a very, very dry skin. And I heard they have a eczema in their, within their family. So recently, this my friend called with me. He said his skin was so dry, and I said, "Oh, have you eaten something that you're not meant to eat?" Because I heard his prune is not, he doesn't eat egg and he doesn't take anything with milk. Because when he does, it dries the skin and all the skin gets red and itchy. So he said, no, he hasn't done that. So what we had to do, because we had nothing, like we went to the GP. Obviously I told him go to the GP. So the GP was like, just keep on hydrating your skin. So this hasn't helped. It just made him so horrible. Like he was itchy, seriously itchy. So for now, we told him just to make sure he doesn't stress himself too much. Probably he must have done a bit of stress or something like that. So at the moment, the skin has settled. The main problem was just the dryness. So, I mean, I was just telling him, would you like to visit a dermatologist just to look at your skin and maybe reassess you? Maybe there's something else you need to start using again. And he's gone through blood test, everything was all clear. But, we're still making the research. So for me to see this platform this morning, I was so excited about it. So I said, I'm going to talk to you about it and see maybe there is any methodology you could always share with me on this very platform while other people also learn. And that's my question. This is Elizabeth Dunn speaking for now. Thanks for having me.
Wow, thank you very much, Elizabeth. Thank you first for being here with us. And also at the same time, when you started speaking, I displayed your bio on 13 platforms. And that's why we want to use this opportunity to use the Clubhouse as a wonderful application for networking and also for educating the people at the same time. All right, regarding your question, I want to see if Emma or Alex they have any answer. Otherwise, I'm happy to explain. Let's wait for the lovely Emma and Alex regarding your questions. All right, so I will. Yes, Emma, go ahead, please, if you are available.
I wasn't sure. I'm happy to interject or speak alongside Alex as well. But thank you so much for sharing your story with us, Ellie. I was actually going to ask, how long did you say it's been happening for? Or it's been occurring, especially with the dry skin and the sensation?
Thank you very much, Emma, for the question. Originally, the person has had this issue all through his life. So I need to mention he's got atopic eczema, and the other, he's got two types of eczema. One is on the head, and one is all over the skin. Although when you see the skin, you can never tell. But we know, because he's my very, very good friend, so we know he's got that issue. So just recently, about probably roughly 3.5 weeks ago, although he's worked so much, like he's always staying, a little bit overnight just to make sure he can't, meet up with work. So just recently now, the skin was so dry, like so dry, that he had to call me to say, what can I do? So, just 3 weeks he's been having the issue, just to answer your question. I hope that helps.
Yeah, of course, totally. Thank you so much for explaining that. And look, my main job at Ungex is a care consultant. So, a lot of the time, what we find with people suffering with having an overpopulation of these mites, and sort of to differentiate between, simple, not simple, but if it's just a more of a, say, if you had acne or eczema and it was something that would just simply clear up by itself, you can say, okay, I do have, he does have those problems in itself. But I was probably going to ask you one more thing, Ellie. Does he overwash the skin? Because that can lead to a lot of dryness as well. Plus, it sounds like, as you said, he does have quite sensitive skin.
Oh, thank you very much, Emma. That was a very powerful question. Actually, that was exactly one thing I asked him. I said, what kind of body wash do you use? Are you using something that contains a perfume? So he told me, oh, I bought something, one body wash for like probably £2. So what I now asked him to do is stop using that very body wash. Maybe it might be contributing to the skin being very, very dry. So I asked him to get a different one, which was a little bit very pricey, but he said to moisturize the skin. So I hope that answers your question, Emma.
Yeah, totally. No, you're absolutely spot on, Ellie. And look, a lot of the time, people don't realize when it comes to having, skin issues in general, we just want to wash and clear the skin and try and get rid of something that's occurring. But especially when it comes to possibly having these high infestations of these mites, overwashing the skin and doing too much to the skin can actually do more harm than good. Which, look, as a care consultant, I do primarily deal with people, who are experiencing all these horrible symptoms from having mites, the itching, the redness, and not to mention the fact he does have that eczema going on. So, he's more unfortunately prone to having more, I guess, issues in general, and it's sort of hard to determine, exactly what's been happening. But when the symptoms sort of become to that ongoing stage, you can sort of associate with these type of mites, because they, unfortunately, what happens is they come to the surface at night. So is he experiencing a lot of, I'd say, Ellie, does he, has he told you that he's feeling more itchier at night or anything like that as well?
No, what he just feels at night is when he sleeps, he feels the tightness of the skin, like when something is over dry, just very tight. So that is what he's experiencing.
Yeah. Does he have any other, would you say, I guess, online consultation here for you?
Yeah. Sorry to jump in, Emma. That's really good, but because our time is limited and we want to have the general answer, that was fantastic. I recommend Ellie to be in touch with Emma for the private indirect. She can explain to you. But before that, maybe I will just add a few things. Thank you so much, Emma, for your fabulous explanation.
Sorry, I realized I go into like mic talk, so please contact me, Ellie.
Yeah, exactly, that's why. But generally speaking, Ellie, for your information and for everyone, because right now we are live on 13 platforms, and I don't want this back and forth conversation being boring for the people on other platforms like YouTube. So let me I just clarify a few things. The first thing, which is very important for all of us, including the people that they suffer from skin issues, or the people that they may think they have no skin issues, the first thing is to do the online test. They should take the Demodex quiz. If you just check on the top of my picture, Alex already linked the Demodex mite density test, Demodex quiz. It takes normally around a couple of minutes for everyone that they can just check that one, because this is a calculator which is very accurate comparing to microscope. Even this one is more reliable. The reason is that Demodex mite, they live under the hair follicle and sebaceous glands. So if the people go to some labs which we train them, there is still a risk that the microscopic test may not be accurate because the mites go under the hair follicle, and there are lots of other reasons that may affect the result. But the people that they take the Demodex quiz, which is right now, you can check it right now at anyone. If you are on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, we'll definitely send a link, or you can just Google Ungex, Ungex, and then you can simply find the Demodex quiz. And when you take the Demodex quiz, it will take only 3 to 4 minutes, 5 minutes maximum. Then this will calculate and will let you know if you are a host, if you are a good host for the high population density of Demodex mites or not. So the first step is to take the test, to take the online Demodex quiz. And the second step is, after taking the test, if the result shows that you have high population density of Demodex mites, you need to be in touch with one of the Demodex care consultants like Emma, because then she can go through the details and will go one-to-one individualized consultation. So that's why I think here in Clubhouse or other applications right now we are live, we want just to notify the people that they are not aware. It's something very important that has been neglected, so that all humans, all of us, can be a host for the mites. So these nasty mites, they are the tenants on our skin. So let me use a metaphor, which is always I use that metaphor, and I want to display something and show it on the camera, because I think you are in Clubhouse, probably for you voice is enough, but maybe I can ask Navid or other team members if they can change their picture with the picture of Demodex, so it's good for visualization. But I just want to clarify something, a very simple and basic metaphor that can help you to understand the role of the Demodex. The metaphor of garden. I always use this metaphor. If you just imagine that your skin is like the soil of the garden. So if one day you see that your flowers are not as fresh as before, if one day you see that the flowers are dying and fading, so definitely you need to have a good gardener to take care of that. Fertilizer, enough water, good sunlight, everything is very important. Mineral, vitamins. However, if there are lots of pests, if there are lots of parasites in your garden, the gardener cannot help, because the problem can be linked to the presence of the high population density of the pest and different mites, different pests, different parasites in your garden. So just if you visualize this one, I use this metaphor for, in order to express myself better. So if you just imagine that your skin is the soil of your garden, and then you just take care of your skin with the skincare products, which is good. It's not bad, it's good, but it's not enough. Because if you have mites under the hair follicle, sometimes the skincare products, the other treatment may feed them. It's like you give the fertilizer to the flowers that they have been infested by the pest, by the parasites, bugs in your garden. So you need to contact the pest control company because the problem is from somewhere else. So that's something very important. If you do the PTR, one of my colleagues, Navi, changed his picture to Demodex. So you see the Demodex mite, they're parasite, they have 8 legs and they walk around our skin. And when their population density increases, lots of skin issues may happen, including itchiness, which you spoke about that, early. Also dryness, because they consume the oil. So the sebaceous glands produce oil, but the Demodex mites, they eat it. But when there are millions of Demodex mites, when there are huge population density of mites, they eat the oil, and they also will, expedite the dryness. And also, at the same time, when the population density increases, they may also be linked to a lot of different skin complications like acne, rosacea, seborrheic dermatitis, hair loss, blepharitis, crawling sensation. Some people they complain about that. So it means that's a very important thing that has been neglected, and that's why we achieved the best invention award, which I'm now showing the certificate. If you just click the link on, oh, I think link is on Demodex test. Later Alex will change it on YouTube or Facebook. So later, if you just go to our YouTube, and I will display that one again, that we achieved the best invention award in 2012 because of the invention of a very revolutionary natural based solution to eliminate Demodex mites. So another metaphor which I normally use to clarify the role of the Demodex mite and why we are not so actually aware of that. One of them is that has not been introduced by the scientists to the public because they didn't have the right solution. So another metaphor, I use the metaphor of toothpaste and toothbrush. If you go back to around 100 years ago, 200 years ago, maybe that time the people did not pay enough attention to the role of the different types of microorganisms that they could cause a lot of different issues for our teeth. So what happened nowadays? We are using the toothpaste, toothbrush from the kindergarten because we know that if we don't take care of that, then we may face the different problems in our teeth. So same is for our skin. We have lots of parasites living under our hair follicle and sebaceous glands, and if we do not treat them, in the near future, they may cause a lot of skin issues, but not necessarily all the skin issues. It can also it can also lead to skin aging or hair loss, that we may not call it the skin problem or a skin issue, but they are related to that. I don't know if it makes sense or not, but oh, I think Emma is gone, but anyway, he will be back. Oh, Emma, why you are there? Let me invite you. I think something happened. Yes. All right. So that was just a quick introduction of the Demodex, because Demodex mites, they are very tricky and they are very opportunities, mites. So when we don't know about them, of course we don't cure them, we don't treat them. But when we learn about them, when we study, if you go and just type Demodex, you can find lots of evidence, lots of information about their role. So another thing which is very important, which I again suggest you, I can see lots of lovely people on Instagram. Thank you for being there. Anna, I can see you on Instagram. I invited you on Clubhouse as well. The lovely people on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. If you have not installed your Clubhouse yet, I encourage you to install the Clubhouse, and you can just type Ungex Health Hub, and you can also join our Clubhouse. Anyway, let me come back to the topic. So the point is, If you type Demodex, you can see around 40 years ago, all the vets started considering the Demodex mites and their role in skin issues of dogs and cats. So it means that we as human did not pay enough attention, and in dermatology it has been neglected. However, if you just Google, you can see it's around 40 years that if you refer to any vet, if you have a dog and your dog has any kind of skin issues, one of the first thing that the vet will do, they will just check the Demodex on your dog or cat. Of course, there are different Demodex. Don't worry. I mean, there is no risk. There is not a big risk to transfer Demodex from dogs to humans. They have their own Demodex. The name is Demodex canis, or the cat's Demodex name is Demodex cati. So, but I want to just clarify because they are quite similar. Let me. I just say hey, hi. Sorry, so many people they left messages on Facebook and YouTube, and it's the first time we are online on 13 platforms. I need to concentrate. Anyway, so it means that for dogs and cats, this technology, the role of Demodex might have been verified for more than 40 years. So now our mission is to introduce Demodex and let the people learn about that, understand about that, and then they can gradually improve their knowledge and they can fight back with the right treatment, with the right protocol. I hope that it could make sense, Ellie and other lovely people here, and the people that they will watch this actually video on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Anyway, Ellie, I don't know if the explanation that Emma had and I had was sufficient or not. Do you have any other questions for us?
Thank you very much. That was perfect. Thank you ever so much. And I have looked for your YouTube. I'm following you there now. Thank you once again.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Actually, it's a long story and it's more than 10 years. We are participating in lots of different events in different universities, in different exhibitions. We had lots of seminars, congress, just to introduce the Demodex mite. And if you check my bio, you can see that I mentioned our target audience are dermatologists, ophthalmologists, pharmacists, doctors, because that's something that has been really neglected. And the other thing which is very interesting is most dermatologists and doctors, they themselves suffer from the skin issues related to the population density of Demodex mites. And that's very, how to say, it's a little bit funny because, they themselves and their staff or their relatives, they suffer because they don't have any solution for that. And that's why we are trying to help people to learn, to understand the role of the parasites living under the hair follicle. But the good point is, in order to eliminate Demodex mites, you need to optimize your lifestyle. So it means that when the people buy our products, which I'm showing right now on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, etc. So when they buy the products, they will receive the protocol. Let me I show it on the YouTube and Facebook. Probably for the people in Clubhouse, you can later go to our Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram and see it. You see there is a user guide, and you can check the last page. The last page is general tips about your lifestyle. Stop bad habits, follow good habits, because when you start using the product, you also need to learn how you can fight back with mites, with improving and optimizing your immunity system to correct your wrong habits. These are the things that comes together with the product. So it means automatically that people will get better results on their skin, not only by eliminating Demodex mite, but also by learning the right method of taking care of the skin. And lots of actually common mistakes that people they have. One of them, just as a gift for all the 13 platforms, please put your towels in rubbish. That's the first thing. We need to eliminate, remove, delete towels from our lifestyle. That's the first thing, because the towel is just like the vehicle. It's a place for transferring the mites. When you use a towel on your face, the Demodex mites go to your towel, and then they will be alive on the towel up to 52 hours. And you again use the towel. Even you feel that your towel it's clean. You use it for yourself. If you share it with others, that's terrible. But even if you use it for yourself, still the risk that the Demodex mite will come back from your towels to your skin or other part of your skin. The other thing is pillowcases. So what to do? There are a solution. One of them is the spray PDT. When you spray the PDT on your towel or on your pillowcases, so it will kill them immediately on the surface. That's why the product is the skin and surface spray. However, if you want to be sure that you are doing the right way, it's better you totally remove the towel from your lifestyle. So these are the things you can do. Of course, you can wash the towel, but you need to expose it to the sunlight. So there are methods that can reduce the risk, but still we are trying to help people to learn how they can optimize their lifestyle to get the better result. That's why I recommend the people, first step, number one, take the Demodex quiz, which takes only a couple of minutes. Number two, if you have a high population density of Demodex mites, be in touch with the Demodex care consultants. They will help you. They will go through the details and they will try to help you to get the good result. And number three, when you buy the products, you still need to be in touch with the Demodex care consultant to help you. Exactly like a person goes to a gym and needs a very professional personal trainer. So it's the same. So you are in touch with the Demodex care consultant, that they are knowledgeable. They know about the behavior of Demodex mite. They know what the Demodex mite they hate, what they like, and how you can actually correct your lifestyle to eliminate the Demodex mite and also have a beautiful skin. And also, get rid of any skin issues related to the high population density of mites. All right, that was for now because I have only 10 minutes and after that I need to go. It was just the first time testing to be live on 13 platforms. I want to apologize to people on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter if I'm not focusing on the camera because it's the first time I'm mostly focusing on the Clubhouse. Let me read a few messages they send on Facebook. Oh, thank you so much. I can see lots of people that are also there. I can see Arlene, you are here both on Clubhouse and Facebook. Thank you very much. I can see also, oh yeah, Emma also shared the Clubhouse link there. Beautiful, good job. And I can see a few people left messages. Let me read them. Yeah, oh my goodness, just all right. Yes, a lady I think mentioned that yes, I have a problem with my hair. I know Emma. I was buying from her. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Another message. I got a microscopy video recording and you can simply see something moving. Yes, yes. One of the reasons that we also educate the people, especially the hair clinics, the skin clinics, those that are in this industry, dermatologists, to use the microscope because they show it and it will help the people to understand it because seeing is believing. I want to be very honest. The Demodex quiz, the online Demodex quiz, is much more reliable than microscopic test. That's the fact. I have lots of reason for that, which I don't have time now, but a few of them. One, the person who takes the test. Two, the type of your skin you have. If someone has a very dry skin, like dry rosacea, if you are suffering from dry rosacea or seborrheic dermatitis, normally the microscopic test can be negative. However, you have a high population density of mites, millions of mites, maybe more than other skin issues. But because the surface of the skin is dry, the person who takes the sample from your skin, from the surface, they cannot find the mites. So this way, the microscopic test can be misguiding. But the reason we still believe that it's good to have the microscope test because it's also good for training. In some cases, if the person knows how to do the test, then in some cases it's good for as a complementary and extra, a test. But to be honest, the test is not reliable only on microscope. And I have a story for you. I think it was a couple of years ago. We had the exhibition in Brisbane, Sunshine City, with Alex. And remember Alex? Then we went to Brisbane and we did
it was 2015.
Yeah, 2015, beautiful. Yeah, it was 2015. We traveled to Brisbane, Queensland, beautiful state, and we did the test on lots of people that they came to our stand because we had the seminar and exhibition stand, and we did the test on many people. You know, all the tests were negative. That was surprising. So, oh, the person suffers from so many things, but the tests were negative. And then a few weeks later, we had similar exhibition in Melbourne. And because Melbourne usually is cloudy, like now, the same people came and the microscopic tests in Melbourne were positive. Why? Because of sunshine, because Demodex mites, they hate and they try to avoid the sunlight. So that's why they're most active at night. So it means even the sunshine changes the result of the microscopic test. So that's why we always try to, help people to understand. If you want to be sure that you have high population density of mites, the best thing you have to do is take the Demodex quiz, and then be in touch with the Demodex care consultant, the people that they're expert in this field. But again, Demodex microscopic Demodex test is sometimes good for demonstration, like in exhibition. We show it because the people, they need to see it. Seeing is believing, especially when you're talking to health professionals, dermatologists. You want to display that. All right, I think my time is almost over. I have only 5 minutes. Let's see, Alex. Yes, go ahead, please.
Sorry, I just wanted to add as well, if you're at home listening and are not in Melbourne or able to access a microscopic test, we have recorded the test live here. If you go to YouTube and check out our channel, we have loads of live recordings of what Demodex mites look like under a microscope. That's all I wanted to add. Ziad, back to you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Actually, my time is almost up. Oh no, I have time. Let me see. Just 1 second. I got confused for my next live I have. Alex, can you just little bit you explain more about Demodex? I want 1 minute to check my next program to see if it's 5 minutes or 25 minutes. Yeah.
Sure, no problem.
Thank you.
So, a lot of people, as I touched on when I was first speaking, don't know about Demodex mites, and maybe a lot of listeners have just clicked on this by chance, or maybe interested in the skin. So the way I explain Demodex mites, when someone asks me what I do as a job and I want to give the long answer, I explain. So most people have heard of mange in like dogs and cats. So they have fur loss, itching, irritated skin. It's called mange, but it's also caused by a kind of Demodex mite. It's just caused by a different species to what us humans have. So in regards to passing it between you and your animal, there's not a large chance of that, but it's how most people are familiar with mites in general. And we ourselves as humans are mammals, so it makes sense that we have our own species that live on us. So they are a natural part of our body's makeup, and most adults do have them because they are contagious between people. But unless you are an absolute hermit, or really I can't think of any other reason why, you have some Demodex on you. It's not until, for whatever reason, your immune system goes down. So it could be stress, sickness, medication, even a temporary dip in your immune system. Mites will take the opportunity while your barriers are down to overpopulate, and that's when you start getting symptoms like itching, rosacea, acne, all of those things I listed before. And even if you do get healthy again and your immune system back up, once those mites already have a big population, your body is not enough to fight them on its own. So that's where we come in. We help deal with the Demodex infestation, as well as try and teach good habits and parallel to that, build your immune system. So once we've taken care of that overpopulation, one, hopefully your body can naturally control them because you have learnt better habits. And we also can be used as prevention as well. So if you are going to something like a hair salon or like a dinner party where you're kissing people hello on the cheek again, although we're pretty good in COVID with that. But anywhere where we can catch them, you can protect yourself so you won't have to be in the same boat again. How did I go? Did I make sense yet? Did you
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That was fantastic. And also, I was just checking my next session, which is almost 20 minutes. So I still have another 20 minutes to speak with the people here. Yeah, thank you very much, Alex. I appreciate that. All right. So as Alex explained, there are the things that we need to consider, because the point is that there are lots of skin issues linked to Demodex infestation. Also, there is another thing I can see. There is a Dr. Farshad is there. He's an eye doctor. So, one of the things that probably some people they have neglected, again, the presence of the Demodex mite can also be linked to some skin issues, as well as the blepharitis, inflammation, the eyelashes, etc. Because when their population density increases, and if they do not treat them, they can also create the skin issues. These are the things that we normally try to clarify. And the advantage is that people, when they pay enough attention to that and when they treat it, other treatment can also get better results. It means that, for example, a dermatologist, ophthalmologist, eye doctors, or any health professional in skincare, skin industry, when they want to treat their patients, if they have high population densities, it will be like a barrier, because as I said, it's like you give the fertilizer to your garden, but you ignore the presence of the mites and the pest in your garden. So it's something that is very important and unfortunately has been neglected. But the good point is, when the people start considering this one and they go through the treatment correctly, they will see better results, and then other treatment can also get the show the better results as well. It will also raise the happiness of the people. So that's why we are trying to do our best to educate the people, introduce this technology to the health professionals and those in this industry. Anyway, thank you very much again for everyone. I can see a few people are here. I can see Santosh is here. Hi, Santosh. Welcome on board.
Sayed, you know what? I just popping into your show, and I was so busy yesterday in my, I had a few events going on in Sydney, around the race course, and I just came back from that event to collect some of my things, and it reached to the shop. Oh my God, what the bloody hell! The water was raining, and a little bit of water leakage here on my shop, and I just thinking that you can expect unexpected sometimes. I was just happy to conclude and go home. All the water everywhere, all of a sudden, oh my God, what a dangerous rainfall! And now I called the guy who fixed last time, and he's coming on the way from Canberra. So he's have to wait here to go home early, because yesterday was a really hectic day. I didn't win the award, but the business link was awesome, like 600 plus Western Sydney business entrepreneur were there, and the big event. And I was putting all my flowers arrangement there. It's really, really good. I really pumped off yesterday, and yeah, that's what's happening. And big red now in Sydney. All of a sudden, I think it's going to be very rainy, and yeah, I'm just trying to bring the thing on normal, and it's all right now. Not really, really bad, like 15, 20 minutes before. And how are you doing, Saeed?
Good. Thank you so much. We are talking about our products and also about the skin issues related to the Demodex mites. And I also use the metaphor of flowers that you are not here, because I know that you are in a flower business, so that's why I use the the metaphor. We use that as a concept, the garden concept, that we,
Yeah.
if the people, they have beautiful flowers in the garden, and
Yeah.
if sometime they see that the flowers are dying, they are not fresh, there
Yeah.
could be linked to the presence of the pest in their garden, parasites in their garden, the bugs.
Yeah. That's
And
yeah.
what
But
we do is just we
yeah.
treat the pest on human skin. Just I use as a metaphor. Yeah.
Okay, wow. And you know what, the Said, I had to talk with you because I also, very active lifestyle and I wear shoes most of the time. Like maybe I wear like shoes more than 12 hours a day normally. So I don't think so. That's a good practice, isn't it, for the feet? And I use moisturizing cream always, like that's Avon. It's this one Canadian brand, Avalon. Better than and that. I forgot. And recently I got one cream that is my wife told me that's a beautiful one. I was using that because I get I use shoes long time, so I know this is not good, but this is my lifestyle. So I'm very busy. I have to wear shoes without you can't do. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I need some consultation from you as well about
Sure.
that.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can be in touch with us. Just DM me, and I will
Yeah.
link you to the Demodex consultant that they will also help to consider that. But because you talked about the moisturizer and cream, I just want to understate something that will be helpful for the people, because right now, Santosh, we are live on 13 platforms simultaneously. I mean, right now we are on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, other places. So I want to just talk
Wow.
about the 13 platforms at the same time right now.
Wow, amazing. Oh my God, Said, you are genius, man.
We are
I know
just
that you
testing
are,
it.
you
It's a
are,
first time. It's a
you
first
are
time
so,
right now. I'm just displaying your picture on
yeah.
YouTube and Facebook. So you can
Oh,
just
wow.
click the link. There is a link on the top of my picture.
Yeah.
Alex already, she shared the link of
Yeah.
the Facebook. Then you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
see me live.
Oh, wow. Amazing. And you know what? I have one family very close to me, Iranian family. His name is Ali, and he used to work for me. He's a very nice guy, and he's a singer as well. And he lives nearby. He works for me
Yeah.
nearly 2 years.
So
And he,
for the same reason, I just want to say I want to speak generally, something to be helpful for all the people. So
sure.
as you spoke about the moisturizer, it's good to explain this one, that the moisturizers, the cream, the skincare product we use, they can also feed the mites. So it's very important. First, we take the Demodex squeeze, and then if we have a high population density of Demodex on our skin, then we know how to act, because some of the ingredients can feed the mites. But for example, if we use something which is like the coconut oil, Demodex mite, they hate it. So these are the things we try to include it in our protocol, so that people can learn how they can treat the Demodex mites properly. Anyway, thank you so much, Santosh. I can see a few more people joining us. If anyone in this stage, if you wanna ask any question or you wanna share, just please. Oh, I can see a few people raise their hands. Welcome to the stage, Henry. Thank you for being here. Yes, Henry. If you have any question, please go ahead. Mike is yours.
Good morning. My name is Henry, and I'm a photographer. And I love when someone's skin is beautiful because it gives me less work, and that's one of the things that got my attention to the room. While doing photography, you stumble into a client whose skin it's not that beautiful or fine or good. You see that it's gonna give me much work to edit the skin and all. So when I see a client that takes care of his or her skin, and it's nice, it's cool. So I urge everybody to take the advice and take care of your skin and look good. Don't
Good,
survive
excellent.
in the
Henry, let me ask you a
world.
question. Have you ever heard, sorry to interrupt you, I apologize. Have you ever heard about the Demodex mites? Demodex mites, the parasite that live under the skin. Have you ever heard?
No, 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 no.
Oh, all right. That's exactly
But
why.
here we
Yeah.
have pimples. We have pimples.
Yes. All right. So if someone has pimple, or other skin issues, they can be the candidate of being a host for population density of Demodex mites. So what we try to do, we try first to educate the people, even the people in this industry, like health professionals, skincare clinics, that to understand and consider the significant role of the population density of mites in the skin complications. So that's the first thing. And second thing, they should take the Demodex quiz. And when they take the Demodex quiz, they can understand if they have high population density of mites, they need to treat it. Because if they have pimple or blepharitis or acne or rosacea or hair loss, and also there are a few more questions in the quiz, if they answer the questions correctly, then the result will show them if they have high population density of mites to treat it. But if they neglect it, they cannot cure it. That's why if you Google some of the skin issues, they don't have any permanent solution. One of the reason is the ignoring the role of the mites. Anyway, thank you so much, Henry, for being here. I really appreciate that. One more time, I want to say that we are online on 13 platforms right now, on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, simultaneously, including the Clubhouse. And you can just see me if you just click the Facebook link, which Alex shared it on the top. And we can sometimes, we have a plan in future to go live on maximum number of the social media accounts that we have simultaneously. So this will cover more people, and also the advantage is it will be recorded and the people can watch the YouTube video or Facebook videos in future. And the other thing I want everyone, if you have not joined our club, please click that greenhouse. If you just go to the top of the page, you can see the name of our club is Ungex Health Hub. We have a plan to actually we have a plan to have a room at least once a week. In this club, we have two more clubs as well, but this is a club we are speaking about the skin issues and anything related to the high population density of mites and Demodex mites. And if there are questions, we try to answer. But anyway, if you click the greenhouse, you can just join this club to be a member of this club, and we will have lots of good news for you in future. And we try to have some plan to explain more about the healthy skin tips, etc. And also, I recommend to actually follow Alex, me, and the other moderators here to get connected. And if you have any question, you can just DM me. All right, thank you so much again. If anyone else has anything to say, please flash your mic. Otherwise, we can go. Actually, we probably can end the room soon because I have another room, and also before that, I have a meeting. So anyone else has any question, please flash your mic if you want to ask anything, or if any questions you have, or you want to introduce yourself. All right, no one has anything. So probably I should ask Alex to be ready to, yeah, someone flash the mic. Can you flash again? Yes, Ellie, mic is yours.
I just want to say thank you very much for creating this lovely platform. Every information goes a long way, and you never know who would find it very useful at the right time. So thank you to all the contributors here, and thanks for having me once again.
No, thank you. Thank you. I should appreciate your presence. I should thank you every single person here that you joined our club, because that's how we can exchange the knowledge. We need the question to answer, and then we can learn together. Thank you very much, Ellie. I really appreciate your presence. You are wonderful. Also, I want everyone, please check everyone's bio here. The people here, they are really fantastic. I appreciate that, Ellie. Tomorrow we have another room which is not related to skin or Demodex. It's just B2B, and we try to find the right friends, right people in the different industries. So you can also join our room tomorrow, which is of course another club. The name is b2b.ungex. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you, Arlene. Thank you, Niku. Thank you, Santosh. Thank you, Henry. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sepide. Thank you, Navi. Thank you, Mahsa. Thank you, Atiye. Thank you, Alex. And also thank Mujde, Arash, Alois, Mehdi, Mahdi, and Emma that she was busy, she left the room. So I appreciate everyone. I just want Alex, if you want to say anything or chime in, and then play a music, please.
Sure. Thank you so much, Syed.
Oh, sorry, Arlene, I think
hosting.
flash the mic. Maybe you check with Arlene, please.
Oh yeah, Arlene, please go ahead.
Oh, actually, I'm so sorry. I was trying to see what this one was for, but you know what? I did want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate your company. 2020 in February, I found you guys, and I was in a very bad place, very high density. I've come a long way. I was telling Alex, my density has decreased so much. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Arlene. Thank you. I appreciate for being here. Thank you for sharing your experience. That was really wonderful. I should really appreciate your support and being here. Yes, Santosh, if you have something, please go ahead.
You know, Syed, you should come to Sydney, and I will. I have a restaurant near the hospital. I told you last time that's Western Sydney Hospital or Westmead Hospital, and let's have if once you come there, like my customer, all the doctors, nurses, and all. So that's a good point to if we get here that time, it's a good point to be connected with the doctors and all. That's would be great, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Why not? You know that now lockdown is ended and the flights start. Definitely. I think Alex has a plan to fly as well to Sydney soon. Yeah, definitely.
That's good. And you know what? If you are coming here, I go to Melbourne and I open my restaurant there in the busy hub of Melbourne, small kiosk, like 30, 40 square meter area. And Melbourne, a lot of Nepalese there. And Melbourne and growing community here in Sydney and Melbourne as well. And they got a lot of my friends, they got real estate in Melbourne from Nepalese community. They have, Multi Dynamics and other real estate company are there in Melbourne too. And I've got few very close friends, they live in Melbourne. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Santosh. I really appreciate it. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate all of you, and thanks for your patience to listen to our, speech and the information we try to share with you. All right, Alex. Thank you, and Mike is yours.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, everybody, for speaking, and thank you, Arlene, for sharing that. I did want to say a big happy Thanksgiving to our American friends who are listening. I hope you have a beautiful, cozy, and delicious day. I did also want to do a quick reminder for anyone who was thinking of purchasing or stocking up. We do have a 2-for-1 offer available for Black Friday. So you can click the link up the top. You can enter the coupon code BF241. So Black Friday 2-for-1. Or you can just write a little note in the checkout and we'll double your order. Until then, I hope you all have a beautiful day or night. I'm going to take off my headphones and play some music. Enjoy.